9 months ago, I made a video on this pinball machine I made out of Legos. If you didn't already watch that, you can watch that. I'll have a link in the description to that, which it was a pretty trashy video, but whatever. I said I was going to make a part 2, like, shortly after, about how this all this stuff works, and I never did. And now I'm finally going to, because I'm going to take it apart. Okay, so I can build new stuff. Because that always has to happen, so it's dusty. But we're going to take it apart and show you how it works. Okay, now we have the top cover off, the actual, whatever you call it, the table part of it. So first I'll show you how this whole setup where when it hits, it goes in this little hole when you miss. That little hole would be right here. So it drops in, lands this little slanted platform thingy that you can't really see. But once you drop it in, it goes in this little chamber. And if you watch the original video, there's this little peg thing you push in. And once you push that in, it does a thing. Hold on, let me find the piece. Okay, so once you have this piece, once you push that in, there's this little piece right here that when you push it, it swivels and pushes this little block out, which, this little piece, it pushes that. If you can see this little orange, yellow thing, when I push this in, it pushes, and that hits this and just slides it out. And then you can get all of them back once you already missed them or whatever. And, okay, I have the flashlight on so you can see this part a little better. Let me get that door, come on, go. There we go. So, this little peg goes in the little hole, you can see it coming out right there. See, all the marbles drop from up there. Roll in. Whoa, that looks like it's glowing. But it pushes this little yellow piece, and this is part of the door. If you can see, that part's the door. So if I push on this, pushes on that part of the door and pushes it out, that little white piece. It's easy, and then there was a rubber band to make it so it goes back after. So you can take that out, and then the marble will just roll out, and that's how that works. Let's get a close-up with this next other part. So that's the part where the candy comes out. A close-up. It's just like a little bit of a downhill part like this. You can't really see it, but then the candy just like rolls off, goes into the little tray. So here, I'll try to see if it works. There you go. That's how it's supposed to work. And it holds up to like 5, I think. But who knows, honestly, I don't remember because it's been a while. But yeah, and then this thing is just pivoting on like a little lever piece. You can see, I don't even know what to call that. There's actually some junk in here. But yeah, and then all the rest of this is all just like, all support and stuff. Nothing really that big. If you make it in either of these two holes, is the same thing. I think this is loaded with the doubler thing. Let me see. So this is the doubler usually. If you didn't watch the other video, go watch that. So if you make it in this, 2 should come out, and this is not loaded. Nope, it wasn't loaded. But yeah, it automatically rolls down this first one and goes in. So any way you do it, it goes in. So all it is there's 2 in here, and it triggers a thing. I'll show you later. And if you make it in this, it gives you a gumball. So it's on this big lever right here, and the marble lands on this little piece. When it comes down this little hole, when it goes in, it goes whoop, falls down, rolls on this, and then hits that, and it lifts the bar up. So let me get the, let's see. This is where you drop in the gobstoppers, and this little bar thing pops up and drops them out. One already is there for some reason. So watch, this should work, but who knows. Nope, didn't come out. But you get the point. It hits the bar, and then it should go right in there. And then it just rolls down all the way to that. There's 2 side by side. There's just 2 little things, and that's how all that works. And then here, I'll show you. Where is it? These things. The flippers. All these is just like a stick thing that can slide back and forth. And underneath, there's these little things, and they slam into those from this direction like this, making it go like that. And this rubber band right here makes it swing back and forth every time. And when you push this, it makes the thing flip. It does it on both sides. So that's how, those are super simple. That's how that works. And, whoops, next part. Now I wrote this part. I think this is like the first part I showed in the other video, but you put this peg in. This is, I forgot to take the money out. I'll get that. But if you didn't see, it dispenses the marbles right here that you use, the pinballs, aka marbles. And it only does quarters. So once you put it in, I don't know if this will work. I think it did. Then you can push this bar. Quarter didn't go in all the way, but yeah, now you push the bar. There we go. So you push the bar in, marble is out. I'm just hoping this works because I haven't touched this thing in ages. But yeah, and you pull it back, reloads the marble. So the way that whole system works, take the quarter goes in right here. You can see it poking through. Where's that piece? Right here. This is pretty much what it looks like. It's a little angled piece. And you put it in, and it goes through. The way it dispenses them is only a quarter can go across on these two rails. All the other coins just fall through. But the quarter can ride across these two rails right here across the gap. And all the other ones just fall in. Like that, they just fall, there's no chance. And they fall back into the little bucket thing that you hit the button to get out. And then there's this complicated little thing above it right here that will make it so it doesn't work, I think, but whatever. It's like floating. So to direct it down, I have this little piece right here that once the quarter gets down there, it makes it so it goes directly onto this little green lever right here. And if you can see, that picks up this, and it picks it up like it's like this, and it picks it up and makes it so it can slide across this bar, this little piece right here. So let me drop one in. I don't know if this will work because I removed those pieces. It goes in, drops on the lever like that, and it can go across that little like gray bar piece right there. You heard that? It dropped, the quarter dropped. And the marbles are loaded from up here, so let me break this part down. There. So that's how that works. The marbles drop down and roll across the thing, come with the hole. So I'll show you that part next. But first, actually, show you in there one more time. And then when you pull this back, the marbles will reload over there. Drop one. We'll do it one more time. Put it in. Drops on the lever. You push it, watch the quarter as it falls in that little hole, and then the marble comes out. Easy. So this part is gonna break once I do this. But I took apart some of the wall. Yes, it didn't fall. So where's that quarter? I'm putting the quarter in. Drops in there. This is the bar. Actually, I'll show you the bar first. A little closer up. You can see there's this little gray thing right here. It catches the bar on it and it can't go forward, but then it lifts up when the quarter goes on it, the weight, and then you can push it, and marble is already there. That's the marble. It goes, and watch the marble now. It drops onto this little thing. It's a little slanted hill so it can roll down out of that hole, and then as you pull it back, the other marbles would already be up here, go down, and drop in. So where's that piece? If you put this back, imagine you drop the marbles in here, they roll down, and there's one right on top of the other one waiting to be dropped in. So I'll show you a better example of that. So watch again, I put this quarter in, watch the bar. This helps sometimes because when I put it in like that, this thing's all messed up now, but imagine there's another marble sitting right on top there. So you push the thing forward and it sits up here. The other one drops and this is still up here. So then as soon as it gets back, The other one drops in, and now that one's ready to go. It's really simple. It just slides on all that. And that's pretty much it for that part. So let's go to the next part. By the way, the part where you push the money to come out, that little thing, the money bank, works the same way as the marble thing that was up there. How you push the thing and the little yellow thing goes. It's pretty much the same thing, just a little bigger. Now we're on to this next part. This is where the marbles, if you make it in the winning hole and get the piece of candy, goes in this little spot right here. The yellow thing's like right above here. Little yellow hole. Goes in, and then it just drops down this little pit onto that roller thing. It's really simple, this one. It just drops in, goes, and then now the candies fell out. That part's really simple. And this is just right here, just like random like holders where like I put the key and stuff under this little latch and it lifts up like this. So that's how that works. Let's get to this next thing. This is the double. This is one of the hardest parts to get right. Okay, so this part, where's the marble at? Dropped it in there. Okay, I'll take this. Over here is where you reload it, and then where's the hole? There's this red hole right here. You can see my finger. That's all the hole. And then there's this big kahuna thing, and that is the lever that drops the two. The doubler thing. So there's actually two in the doubler. Then once you make it in the hole, that one just disappears and two more come out. Kind of like it tricks your mind. But you can see this bar, it's almost up all the way already, but yeah, it's like that. I don't know why it was up. But there's the two marbles right here, if you can see them. They're just waiting. So once you drop this marble in there, I don't know how well you can see in there. Now you can see in there. There's that little the little piece right there, the little orange thing that will tip down. It's connected to this bar on this thing. If I move this little green piece, it'll ruin it. But whatever. Taking it apart anyway. So let's. Ooh, okay, got it. That's to stop the marble. That's very important, but it's not part of this whole mechanism. It's just to stop the marble from just rolling out into the machine somewhere. So once it gets in this little red hole, the red slit, the doubler hole, it pushes this thing down, lifting the bar up like that and letting these two drop out. So here, I'll get it a farther shot. Right there. I'm gonna drop the marble in right here and just watch. Oh wait, it's gonna break. Let me put the stopper back. Because without that, the marble will just roll out. So now, watch as I do it. Imagine there's just that orange piece going down once I drop this. It goes in, does that, got stuck. But usually, when it's not all dusty and junk like this, all tight, this goes up and they just roll right out, and then they'd be on the playing field once that happens. And then once you get that marble, it just rolls up down to there, and that's it right there, that green thing. These two just dropped right there because they come out of this hole right here. But yeah, that's a little bit of shot. You can see those two holes, this whole mechanism. That's that little piece right there. This is the bar. I'll show you a lower shot. And when the quarter drops, right now, it gets stuck on that piece. But once the quarter drops in, it's like this. Oh, there's a marble in there. Whoops. But yes. So that's just about it. I think we're done with this video. So I'll show you that money piece in there, if you can see. It's right under there. Can't really tell. But that's the whole machine. It's kind of junk in there, like this piece. But that's it. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you build a pinball machine or something, tell me in the comments. Glad if it helped. And now we gotta take this thing apart and build some new stuff. So see you in the next video. before I go, I'll just have like a quick like overview thing of it before she gets destroyed. If you didn't see the old video, go check it out because it was pretty cool because I didn't plug in stuff. It was a pretty cool video. And the music was good too. See you in the next video.